Do you know what a Faraday bag is? Do you know why Faraday bags are called the guardians of digital evidence? Do you know why law enforcement agencies like the FBI use Faraday bags? I am a technology lawyer and I will explain. Stay tuned. In this video, we are going to talk about the origin, functionality, and significance of Faraday bags, particularly in the realm of law enforcement and digital privacy. Here is a Faraday bag on my desk. This is a very small Faraday bag designed for cell phones. There are larger Faraday bags for larger items. There are also Faraday boxes and even Faraday rooms, sometimes also called Faraday cages. But all those Faraday things serve the same purpose and work the same way. And now I have my cell phone inside the Faraday bag. Here's my Faraday bag cut in half so that we can see what's inside to better understand the whole concept of Faraday bags. The most important part is this thin, yellowish layer. I have actually cut out a piece of the layer to show it to you, and here it is. Remember this layer as I will later tell you what it is and how it works. Faraday bags, such as the one I showed you, are used by law enforcement agencies, such as the FBI, to collect and preserve digital evidence. This is because Faraday bags stop any signals, such as cellular network signals or Wi-Fi signals, from going in or out. To better understand the essence of Faraday bags, let's talk about why they are called Faraday bags. The name comes from Michael Faraday, a famous English scientist. What's remarkable about Faraday is that he was self-taught for the most part. What's even more remarkable is that now, in the digital age, we still rely on discoveries made by him centuries ago. Faraday's discovery laid the foundation for the modern era of electricity and magnetism. His laws of electromagnetic induction revolutionized the field of electrical engineering, enabling the development of electric generators, transformers, and power distribution systems. Faraday was born in London in 1791. He came from a poor family and did not have formal education. At the age of 14, he began working as an apprentice to a bookbinder. While working there, he did not just bind books. He read every scientific text that passed through his hands. He then started attending lectures given by prominent scientists. One would need to buy a ticket to attend a lecture. Faraday could not afford to buy those tickets, and he either had to rely on other people to buy him the tickets, or Faraday would just sit outside the lecture hall and listen and take notes. He also conducted a lot of experiments. His breakthrough came in 1821 when he discovered electromagnetic induction, the principle that would later lead to the invention of the electric motor. Electromagnetic induction sounds complicated, but let's make it simple. Faraday found that when he moved a magnet near a coil of wire, it caused an electric current to flow through the wire. He realized that the changing magnetic field around the wire was causing this current to be produced. Here's a simple way to understand it. If you move a magnet near a coil of wire, you're changing the magnetic field around the coil. This change in the magnetic field creates an electric current in the wire. That newly created electric current can then be used to power devices. So Faraday's discovery essentially showed that moving a magnet near a wire can produce electricity. This concept is the basis for how generators and many other electrical devices work today, and it's one of the fundamental principles of electromagnetism. By the way, Faraday is one of my favorite scientists. Let me know in the comments below who your favorite scientists are. Now that we know about Michael Faraday and about electromagnetism, we can finally talk about the whole FBI and preservation of evidence thing. During crime scene investigations, Faraday bags are used to secure electronic devices, preventing unauthorized access or tampering. Let's say the FBI is executing a search warrant and they need to collect and preserve a cell phone as evidence. For example, a cell phone may contain evidence of a money laundering crime. The FBI needs to collect that cell phone and take it to a lab where their forensic technicians can access, preserve, and download the data from the cell phone. That cell phone must be collected and preserved precisely in the condition it was found. If the phone was on, the FBI does not want to power it off because the evidence might be lost. If the phone is connected to a cellular network, the crime suspect can remotely send a command to the cell phone to erase or alter all data. So the FBI needs to collect and preserve the phone without pushing any buttons on the phone, while also protecting the data on the phone from someone trying to remotely erase the data. This is where Faraday bags come into play. Remember that thin layer inside of the bag I showed you earlier? That layer serves as a shield that can stop all kinds of signals, such as cellular signals, Wi-Fi, or Bluetooth from going in or out. In our cell phone example, when an FBI officer puts the cell phone inside a Faraday bag, it's like putting the cell phone in a safe bubble where no outside signals can reach the phone. No one can remotely access or tamper with the information or the data on that seized cell phone. It's like putting that cell phone on pause until the FBI can examine it in a safe environment. Faraday bags are also necessary to maintain the chain of custody. The term chain of custody means keeping track of who has handled evidence at a crime scene. The chain of custody is a fundamental aspect of the legal and forensic process. It provides a systematic framework for documenting the handling, transfer, and storage of evidence. By using Faraday bags, the FBI can ensure that the digital evidence on that phone remains untouched and uncontaminated until it's presented in court. It's like making sure that nobody messes with the evidence before it's shown to the judge and jury. Moreover, a law enforcement agent may have a suspect's phone, but still need a separate search warrant to search the phone. The agent can put the phone inside a Faraday bag until the search warrant is obtained, so that the suspect can't remotely erase anything from the phone while the agent waits for the warrant. Sometimes law enforcement agencies need Faraday bags to protect their own gadgets. Let's say an FBI officer needs to transport a gadget containing sensitive information from one place to another. Faraday bags help keep this information secure during transit by blocking any attempts to intercept or hack into the gadget. It's like putting those gadgets in a secret vault until they reach their destination safely. But how do Faraday bags actually work? Here's a quick summary of everything. Cell phones communicate by sending and receiving electromagnetic signals. Every Faraday bag has a layer made from a conductive material such as copper or aluminum. Conductive materials like that contain lots of free electrons that can move around easily. When an electromagnetic wave from a cell phone hits the conductive material inside the Faraday bag, said conductive material creates its own movement of electrons and its own opposite electric field. That new opposite field inside the Faraday bag then cancels the electromagnetic field from the cell phone. The conductive material in the Faraday bag acts as a shield by using the movement of electrons to counteract and neutralize incoming electromagnetic waves, effectively blocking them from penetrating the bag. It's like two waves meeting each other in the water. If they're moving in opposite directions, they cancel each other out and you don't see any waves at all. And when a cell phone is placed inside a Faraday bag, the phone is completely isolated from sending or receiving any signals. This shielding effect prevents external signals from reaching the electronic device inside the bag, and also prevents signals emitted by the device from escaping outside. There you have it. Faraday bags are like superhero shields that law enforcement officers use to protect electronic devices and the important information they contain. By using these bags, they can preserve evidence, prevent remote access, protect against hacking, maintain chain of custody, and secure sensitive information. Thank you for watching. I am a technology lawyer, and on this channel we discuss legal issues involving technology and intellectual property. We talk about a lot of interesting and unusual topics. Check out the 2 recommended videos that appear on your screen right now. Please subscribe to this channel and like and share this video. Let me know down in the comments below what other technology law topics and news you would like me to discuss. Follow me on social media. The links are in the description below. I also ask that you carefully review the legal disclaimer in the video description.